Welcome to Brute Strength Day 251. One of the things I want to talk about today is the fact that I think a lot of people, they give up on things that are rather difficult too early before they are able to actually see results. Now, what I'm doing here is obviously the overhead squats that I've been doing every Wednesday for the past 15 weeks. And I haven't seen much progress. In fact, last week when I introduced the dislocations and the cobra, hanging cobra stretches for my shoulders and for my back, I saw a good amount of progress in my bottom position, and I was expecting this day for that reason to be significantly better as well, because I thought I would have some carryover still from the last week with my shoulders and back being more opened up, and also then doing the same thing this week. I thought, it's probably going to be a lot better and feel really good again. And don't get me wrong, it did feel better than it has done before introducing those stretches, but it didn't feel as good as the week before. And it might be a little bit discouraging when you're putting in so much work and you're not really seeing anything in terms of progress. Motivation might begin to fade away. But I think the worst thing you can do is to give up, because I've seen this so many times where all you really needed was to just keep going, and eventually something will click and you'll figure something out. And therefore, I think it's just about consistency, and the more work you put in, eventually you're gonna get better. You're gonna find the thing that works for you. Just like with my bench press that sucked so much for so long, that I'm finally getting better to the point where I feel like I can do 10 reps with 120 kilo now, and for a long time I was around 10 reps with 100. And then what suddenly clicked was just changing up some stuff, removing all triceps work and things like that. So I think that is one of the biggest mistakes people make, just moving away from things constantly, getting bored of a program, then jumping to something else, rather than sticking to something for 3, 6, 12 months, even more years, and seeing what kind of results that will yield, because that is how you truly get good at something, by doing it consistently, not just for 1 month, but for years on end. So that is what I'm trying here, and finding comfort in the fact that even if I don't see a lot of progress now, probably in the future it's gonna pay off just from me being extremely consistent. I didn't record much of this session, but I did record these here. I was supposed to get like 7 reps with 10 kilo in the bend hypnotics, but as you can see here, I only managed to get 6. So this was a 6th rep, and obviously had no power left for the 7th, so I ended it there. I don't want to get an injury or anything by getting ahead of myself in an exercise like this. But yeah, as I said, it's okay to not really see a lot of progress. The worst thing you can do is probably to give up and admit defeat. Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do. And that is gonna be all for Brute Strength Day 251. I see you all for the next one. Bye.